This is the future of home care. The best way to clean your home and care for your health. The new patented SuperSystem from Hayden Manufacturing. Hello, thank you for watching this video. We've packed it with information. Over the next several minutes, we'll show how our Central Vacuum SuperSystem has been engineered to clean your home better than ever before. We'll introduce Ted Hayden, the man who created SuperSystem, and show how SuperSystem is your best weapon against house dust mites, which thrive in most homes and which are a leading cause of the current epidemic of allergies. Dust mites are a threat to virtually everyone, but SuperSystem can be your safeguard. And besides, SuperSystem is so effective and convenient compared to cumbersome portable vacuums. With their irritating inconveniences and their awkward bulk. We've all heard the noise, but conventional vacuums exhaust air that blows dust they're supposed to remove. And the exhausted air contains microscopic dust. Sneezing could be a reaction to house dust and house dust mites. Because they're awkward, portables can also be dangerous. There's always a mess when you empty them, and just 1 teaspoon of dust contains 5 million germs. Look at all of this stuff. Trouble is you need more than one kind of conventional vacuum cleaner. Canister types are good for linoleum or tile. These uprights are good for carpets, but they're very heavy to push back and forth. For lighter jobs, you can use a hand portable or one of these electric brooms. And yet somehow we still use plain old brooms, plain old dustpans like we've always done. But can you imagine if you had one of each of these things, how much room this stuff would take up in your home? You know, you can get rid of it all with one product. A good central vacuum cleaner. A central vacuum protects your home from both dust and noise because the very powerful power unit is hung in the basement or garage out of the living area. From it, vacuum lines run through the walls to strategic points in the home. So you're not lugging a heavy canister, you just plug a lightweight hose into the system when you want to clean. And you can reach any point in the home with more powerful suction than you've ever had before. And central vacuums are much more convenient. Stairs are easy to clean because you don't balance a heavy canister. Central vacs are part of the home. Add value to them. Realtors list centrals as selling features. They help a home sell faster. It's time to talk about the big benefits of central vacuums, and that's health. And virtually any organization concerned with health will tell you centrals are better. When you use a portable vacuum, fine dust blows right through the vacuum filter, around the room, and up into the air you breathe. But when you vacuum with a central, all the dust is removed from the home. The power unit draws the dust away through the vacuum tubing within your walls and directly outside the living area. Central vacuum systems evacuate pollutants from inside the home, and for this reason, they are at the forefront in the battle for better indoor air. We have an air quality problem. The air we breathe is contaminated with chemicals and microscopic organisms. Every day, dozens of people die from ailments caused or aggravated by air pollution. But our closest air problem isn't with cars or industry. It isn't even outdoors. The real threat is in our homes. Our homes, according to the Environmental Protection Agency, harbor chemical hazards 10 times or even 40 times higher than outdoors. Because we've sealed our homes to save energy, we've sealed in harmful pollutants. Chemicals collect, lingering around us because they cannot escape. Radon gas, for instance, seeps up from the basements of homes in many parts of the country. Side stream cigarette smoke lingers much longer in the indoor air. Household cleaners evaporate, releasing noxious fumes. Mold spores explode, flooding the atmosphere. And laminated wood and synthetic carpeting emit chemicals. We read of one case in which mice in one home died from these fumes. Indoor air pollutants are being recognized as suspect in more and more ailments, and in many cases, when we get a cough or sneezes or the sniffles and we think we have the flu, in fact we're having a reaction to an indoor contaminant. And as our homes fill up with particles and chemicals, our forced air heating carries them throughout our homes, spreading them to rooms that would otherwise be less contaminated. For every breath we take outside, we take 9 or 10 indoors. We spend our lives in our buildings and homes, and the consequences are scary. 50 million people across North America are confirmed allergy sufferers. Asthma, the most identifiable allergy-based illness, is now epidemic. In Canada, where statistics are detailed, 10 people a week die of asthma, and the death rate among young adults is up 163% in the years that indoor air quality has declined. Canada's Maclean's magazine, noting that more adults are dying from asthma, called the increase dramatic. People's allergy tolerance is as individual as our immune system. Picture your allergy tolerance as a bucket. Your body absorbs allergens till your bucket's full, then you suffer allergy symptoms. So the person with the lower capacity suffers sooner and more. Individual capacity can vary too. Capacity grows as our immune system matures. Capacity drops as we're exposed to an onslaught of allergens. Reduce allergens enough, your immune system can rebound, and your capacity grows again. A child today runs a high risk, close to 1 chance in 2 of contracting allergies, and the evidence is his surroundings largely decide the risk. Even if a child's parents suffer asthma, the child's risk of asthma falls by 2/3 if the asthma hazards around him are removed. As the leading U.S. magazine Prevention noted, childhood asthma can be stopped. For the first time, there's hope of preventing the unpreventable. It recommends a program of avoiding suspected allergens. How many children have allergies? In one study of asthma, doctors looked at 270 children in 7 schools, all at the age of 9 years. They found 22%, almost 1 child in 4, had been diagnosed as having developed asthma. Then they diagnosed a further 15% in the course of the study. That's 37% of children who at the age of 9 already had asthma, and that was only asthma, not the far broader range of other allergies. Pets are a big factor in allergies. Virtually every pet, every day, sheds dander, particles of dead skin. Humans do too. It's natural. All animals and all humans naturally shed their outer layers of skin. But dander is the number 2 household allergen, and it is food for the number 1 allergen, the dust mite. Here is a special collector to capture the products of vacuum cleaning. We'll vacuum a pillow from a very typical home. Watch the material as it pours into the collector. This level of accumulation in mattresses and pillows is very common. What is being collected is not primarily cloth particles or lint. It is human skin, dander, that is an allergen, and that will feed a greater allergen, the dust mite. Mites are microscopic bugs. Dozens or hundreds will fit in the head of a pin. They thrive in dark, moist places, carpets and drapes and upholstery. They are in the dust that can accumulate around almost every home. Mites make house dust the threatening allergen that most people will encounter. They reproduce quickly, 20 to 50 eggs at a time, a new generation every 3 weeks. Their sticky waste pellets cling to drapes and furniture and clothing. Mites make dust dangerous, but you can control mites and dust and allergens with a good central vacuum. And chiropractors tell us vacuuming is the number 1 cause of home recurrences of back injuries. People bending over vacuuming, or pushing a heavy vacuum, or carrying a heavy vacuum. You know, it was health as much as performance or convenience that motivated Ted Hayden when he created SuperSystem. Ted's a legend in the vacuum industry, the youngest member of the industry's Hall of Fame. His 2 factories produce and ship the components of SuperSystem. Early in his career, Ted came to know what people wanted in a central vacuum. You don't get to be a world-class salesman without paying attention to the customer.
Any reason I can't call on your house this evening? Or tomorrow will be better. Give us a call.
I met Ted in 1986 when, as a TV news reporter, I covered his invention of the revolutionary SuperValve.
You would take this 6-foot cord and replace it with a little, pull this up, put in a 4-inch cord that would just plug right in?
Absolutely.
SuperValve is the basis for the whole super system because its unique patented design allows for complete control of the system. When you plug the super hose into SuperValve, you use the 3-position switch on the hose handle to control the super vac in the garage or basement and the Hayden power nozzle you vacuum with. Incidentally, SuperSystem now comes in either gray or ivory. You can choose. And it comes with a new super latch. Wait till we tell you about this in a minute or two. Together with this ingenious set of accessories, this is SuperSystem. You've probably noticed how carpets wear in heavy traffic areas like stairs. All the steps get the same amount of traffic, yet it's the bottom stairs that wear the most. Here's why. When we're outside, sand adheres to the soles of our shoes. Inside, it rubs off where it's first tracked, the first few steps. Sand multiplies carpet wear. The fibers of your carpet are vulnerable to the sand and grit they collect. Grains of sand are really tiny rocks with very sharp edges, which when compressed by foot traffic, cut into the fibers like 1,000 tiny knives. A good power nozzle backed with lots of airflow loosens and removes even deeply embedded dirt, extending the life of your carpet by 2 or 3 times. So as usual, Ted did the evaluations himself when he selected the power nozzle for SuperSystem. Watch for the effects of agitation vibration as the nozzle is drawn near the coffee grounds. The agitation vibration moves coffee grains several inches ahead, drawing them upwards and toward the nozzle where they're removed by the airflow. Now Ted's demonstration of agitation vibration effects. The carpet samples upside down to see better. First, we use a standard carpet tool. Some dirt is drawn through, but not very much. Now we concentrate airflow with only the open end of the vacuum hose. The suction is more effective because it's focused. Now, an air-driven turbine nozzle. This one has a brush roll, agitation, but no vibration. Now you see very little dirt, almost none, drawn through, despite the addition of the brush roll. Lastly, a Hayden electrically driven power nozzle with both brush roll and beater bar. The combination of agitation, vibration, and airflow draw the dirt through very powerfully. Virtually all is vacuumed away. If you didn't have SuperSystem, just a regular central vacuum, you'd plug in the hose to start the central vacuum power unit. Then you'd have to hunt all over for a place to plug in the power. Then you'd either take a lot of care to hold that cord out of the way, or it would get tangled and become a major electrical hazard. So Hayden Manufacturing built the power right in when it developed and patented SuperValve. You just plug in the hose, and look, there's no cord in the way and no hazard. If you have a conventional central vacuum hose, you'll find you'll plug the hose into the power nozzle, but plugging in the power for the nozzle can be a bit tricky. So the Hayden patented super hose has cord management at both ends. Contacts on the hose match those on the power nozzle. Both plug in together. Super hose has a comfortable orthopedic handle that allows you to stand in an upright position without strain on your back. If you let the power nozzle find its own speed, there'll be no need to push. It'll feel as if it's floating, and vacuuming will be almost effortless. The handle has a 3-position switch for both the nozzle and the vacuum power unit. With most central vacs, when you want to stop for a moment, the only way to shut off the vacuum, is to go all the way back to the wall inlet. You have to remove the hose to stop the power unit. With the Hayden hose, complete controls are in the handle. Shut off the vacuum, lock the wand in the upright position, and the hose stays plugged in, ready to vacuum again. And when you go from carpet to hard floor, switch to suction only, turn off the power nozzle. And switching back again is just as easy. The Hayden power nozzle is equipped with a prismatic wraparound headlight, the brightest in the vacuum industry. It also comes with 4-position height adjustment. When cleaning plusher carpet, go to position 2. The Hayden power nozzle, with its wide wheels, is designed to leave no tracks on the carpet. When you finish, the locking mechanism holds the wand in a stable position so you can roll the nozzle on its rear wheels to a different location. Then, with a touch of the handle release, you're ready to go again on carpets or hard floors. The Hayden nozzle cleans fully from edge to edge. This means you can vacuum right up to the wall with either edge. Here's the cleaning path with our nozzle. 25% greater than with other nozzles of the same size. We've removed the cover from a conventional nozzle to show you its main weakness. Most nozzles have a stretch rubber belt. On heavy carpet, they bog down and start slipping immediately. Now at this point, it's stretching and slipping. It started this size and can stretch to this, become inefficient. But what happens here is the belt starts to burn. Within a few seconds, it's melting. Molten pieces start to fly off. And now it snaps. When the powerful Hayden nozzle becomes jammed, the motor stops, the light goes out. A belt protector system has shut off nozzle power. Unlike belts that stretch or break, the Hayden belt is cogged so that it cannot slip. And it's reinforced so it'll last for years without breaking. The belt protector that stopped the nozzle is reset by pushing one button on the nozzle. So first we clear the obstacle from the nozzle, touch the reset button, and we're vacuuming again, and we've saved a trip to the vac store. SuperSystem comes with a complete selection of accessories. The crevice tool can lay flush to the floor, allowing it to go under low objects. A button lock holds the floor and wall brush securely on the wand. The bristles run along the center of the airflow channel. Wraparound bristles on other floor tools prevent proper cleaning, but the Hayden brush picks up in both directions. The Hayden hose hanger has rounded edges to protect the hose. The floor and wall tool hangs on the hose hanger too. You're really going to appreciate how all the SuperSystem components work together. Ted just loves his new Super Latch. It allows you to quickly change accessories almost effortlessly. Super Latch gives the wands a new role as extensions for the accessories. With the crevice tool extended, you don't have to get on hands and knees, and now you easily get to the places that are just too tight for the power nozzle. It's very important to vacuum carpet edges, especially on light-colored carpets. The focused suction provides extra cleaning power. No bending that could strain your back or knees either. Here's a quick change. Crevice tool on the caddy, pick up the dusting tool, and we're vacuuming again. Try dusting with the dusting tool. The horsehair bristles are gentle, yet they loosen dust from cracks. And dust is removed, not pushed around and kicked up as with a cloth duster. Up high, Ted's going to find he has to reach to lay the dusting tool at the angle he needs. So instead, he swivels the tool, and he doesn't have to reach so high. Now it lays flat. The swivel function locks every 60 degrees and can be changed infinitely to the angle you're cleaning. Now it's at full right angles to clean baseboards while you stand upright. And when wands aren't required, you can easily place them in the power nozzle for later use. Now about SuperVac, the Hayden power unit. Slim profile. You're not squeezing around some big bulky thing in the basement or the garage. Tough PVC. It's expensive to build, but it doesn't rust, it doesn't dent, doesn't have scratchable paint all over, dampens sound. But you know, there are two really important things about SuperVac: power and endurance. With our new Premier model, we offer the most powerful motors available in vacuums, 2 or 3 times the power of portables. In a typical central vac, a filter traps the dirt. All the dirt is filtered like this. The filter gets clogged quickly. This diminishes vacuum power, and because it makes the motor work harder, shortens vacuum life. SuperVac uses an advanced cartridge filter designed so that dirt doesn't easily adhere to it. Because it's deeply veined, it has maybe 3 times the surface area to collect dirt. And only a small fraction of the dirt ever actually gets to the cartridge filter because of the design of SuperVac with its separator cone. As you can see in this demonstration SuperVac, the cartridge filter is here. The cone protects it. Incoming dirt is forced into a spiral. 95% drops through the cone to the bottom of the dirt receptacle and stays there. The air now has just allergens and a little fine dust to be trapped by the filter. Dirt doesn't get near the filter, so the filter stays cleaner longer, power is at optimum level longer, and the motor lasts longer. The cone keeps the dirt down. Without the cone, dirt would swirl up and clog the filter. Also, SuperVac draws a separate stream of clean outside air to cool the motor. Unlike many vacuums, the dirty air doesn't get into the motor. And now we have the built-in electronic controls of VacTrack. The VacTrack light lets you know when to change the filter for best performance, when to have the motor serviced, when to empty the dirt canister. Something else about the VacTrack control, you know how the surge of power when you turn a motor on is the hardest thing on an electric motor? Well, VacTrack ramps up the power. You know, these machines have been engineered to clean your home better than it's ever been cleaned before. But more than that, they're engineered to last longer than your furnace, your stove, your fridge, any of your appliances, to last as long as your home itself. Now, to let you know about two of the most popular Hayden vacuum accessories, like the Mini-Mate. The Mini-Mate's a miniature power nozzle, ideal for small areas and surfaces like stairs and stair backs. Its concentrated suction combined with brush roll picks up dirt that other accessories might leave behind. Perfect for upholstery. Or try our mini tools. The special miniature hose attaches to super hose, and the tiny tools get into the really difficult places. And you know, the Hayden Power Unit now comes packed with this valuable video instruction manual, making the most of your super system. It shows how to clean your whole home, not just with Hayden products, but to fully control the dust and dander and allergens that threaten so many people. This tape also shows how to care for a child's room to help him avoid allergies and diseases like asthma. You know, SuperSystem can be installed in any home, not just new homes. No matter how long ago your home was built or how long people have lived in it, SuperSystem can be installed in your home. And if you already have a good central vacuum, upgrade to the convenience and performance of SuperSystem. Just ask your dealer. You should find his name and number on the back of this videotape box. If for any reason you can't get to your dealer, call the 1-800 number on the back of the Hayden video box and we'll put you in touch with a suitable dealer. Ted Hayden has spent 25 years learning what makes a central vacuum good and 10 years perfecting SuperSystem. Compared with SuperSystem, anything else is obsolete.